Hey everybody, Sam back once again. Yes, Sony Xperia Z1 still in the house, and we're going to show you the whole camera UI from top to bottom. So yeah, sit back and relax. This could be a long one. So yes, the whole camera UI on the Sony Xperia Z1. Now, as you know, one of the biggest selling points of this phone is that 20.7 megapixel sensor. Now, to launch your camera, you can either go to the actual camera icon, or alternatively use the actual dedicated camera button, and you get this kind of a little strange sound when you do press it, so hopefully you can hear this. And there you go, then you're in the camera itself. Now, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we are in the superior auto mode. Hopefully you can see there. Now, that changes from macro, it then changes, as an example, so I can show you something else. We'll go really close up, and we'll zoom in on this one here. And as you can see now, it's now telling you to be low light. The reason for that is obviously it's kind of always changing. It's going to say macro again in a second. He says. Maybe not. So it constantly keeps changing as to what it thinks it's going to need. Now, when it can, as an example, like when it can't read something, you just close the camera application, which I think is a pretty cool feature. So I'm just going to close that in there, bring up the actual settings so it doesn't actually close on us again. So I'm going to go through it bit by bit with you. Now, within the Superior Auto, you only get a couple of options. With a flash, you get your auto, your flash, your red eye reduction, your off, and your torch. I think the torch option is a very smart idea. Instead of actually taking a flash, your light is always on. So your LED is always on, which I think is a really cool idea. So you're actually going to see what you're going to get, even in a low light situation before you take the picture. I like it. You then can change to your front-facing camera, which is a 2 megapixel shooter. Hello. And then jump back to the back one. It's not quite as impressive as the back facing camera. And then in here you get your different options. So you get your picture, your video, and also your just normal settings. So hopefully you kind of see this on here. Hopefully it's coming off nice on camera for you. So you got your self timer, your smile shutter, preview, burst with long press. So as an example, if you turn that on, just keep your finger on the actual button there or the button at the top. It takes a burst of images, which is pretty damn impressive. And you got face registration. What you can do is you can actually register somebody's face in the camera, and if it sees their face within a picture, it will try and focus on their face more than somebody else's, or it'll give them more priority over people in the actual shot. Within the video, you've got your self timer, you've got your smile shutter for the video, your steady shot, and also your microphone, so you can have the actual sound turned on or turned off. Now the steady shot, a lot of people have been asking me is, with regards to the video quality I've been doing with the video test I've already put up. If you've not seen them, they're already on my channel. I don't believe the actual thing's got optical image stabilization, but steady shot has been on all my tests. It's on a standard, so I'm pretty impressed with it. To say it doesn't actually have an optical image stabilization, I don't believe it does anyway. If I am wrong, then let me know in the comments down below. And then you get your standard settings. So you get your quick launch, you get your geotagging, auto upload, touch to capture, so you can tap on the screen, it will capture for you, shutter sound, and obviously your data storage, so where do you want to save those pictures. Now, that's the only options you get when you're in your Superior Auto mode, but you've got a lot more options than that one. Now, you get a full manual mode. I'm going to show you on here. We'll bring my hand in so I kind of bring it a little closer for you as well. There we go, if it looks a bit better. So you get manual, your time shift burst, which is pretty damn impressive. Your picture effect, your sweep panorama, your AR effects, which I've already posted a few pictures of those on Twitter. They're really, really cool. Info-eye in social live. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you social live in this video today, but what you can do is you can actually live stream to people on Facebook. I would have liked a better facility, maybe some kind of YouTube live streaming, wink wink, but nonetheless, maybe not. So you've got your manual mode. Now within your manual mode, as you can see here, you get your options change literally straight away. So in here you can change the kind of white balance. So you can have your auto white balance, your kind of like indoor, your outdoor, your fluorescent, etc. You get your flash, exactly the same flash options, which is nice and good. Your front facing camera, but this is where the kind of magic starts to happen. So as you can see there, within the camera, you get many different options. So you can do the full 20 megapixel, the 8 megapixel, which is a 4:3 crop, the 8 megapixel, which is a 16:9, so that's kind of like your widescreen kind of resolution, your 4 megapixel, your 2 megapixel. So we'll leave it on 20 for now. You get your self timer, you also get your smile shutter, so if somebody's smiling, well, bam, it takes the picture. Now focus mode, I think this is very, very cool. You can actually change the options for the focus. So as you can see there, you can have your single autofocus, your multi autofocus, face detection, touch focus and object tracking. Now that's the most I've ever seen on any kind of smartphone. That's more than some digital cameras you get. So I was pretty impressed with that one. So the touch focus is the one I've keeping on there for now. You can then change your ISO. It ranges from 50, which I've only generally seen 100 as a starting point, and it goes up to 800. I thought it did go higher than that, but yeah, it goes up to 800. So I keep it on auto. You also get your metering, so you actually get your centre, average, and your little spot. They're the ones you get. Nope, go back into there. And damn. Image stabilizer, so you know, if you want it to kind of stabilize your image, I've noticed that when you have that on it kind of gives you a bit of more of a grainy image, so I've had that one turned off. Your preview, so if you want to see your preview afterwards, and obviously your face registration again, exactly the same as the previous one. Go into your settings, and exactly the same as the other ones as well, so there's no real difference there for you. Now this is where the other magic happens again. You can then go into your video. Now within the video, again, go into your settings, you can do your resolution, 1080p, 720p and MMS, so there's no kind of like VGA as such, it's just straight down to MMS. Keep that on full HD. Self timer, smile shutter, as you can see here, pretty much exactly the same as the Xperia Auto, but you get HDR video. Now I have done a HDR video, which again I'm pretty damn impressed with, and everything else is exactly the same. And in settings, again, it's exactly the same there. But effectively, when you go into manual, that's when you get any HDR options, and obviously you can change the resolution as well. So, jump out of that one. Now what we'll show you is some of the other options. So you've got your time shift burst. So if you tap into this one, now what does it? It actually loads up the normal camera application. So I'm just going to zoom out, and we are going to, hopefully, take a picture of something. So I've got my HTC One to the side. Now what I'm going to do is bring the HTC One in, and I'm going to take it back out. So I'm going to put it there. Now I'm actually going to take I'm going to actually take a picture and actually pull it away first. So pull it away, take the picture. Now as you know, I took the phone away before I actually took the picture, but by the magic of this camera, it's a very similar kind of feature that's on the BlackBerry Z10 and the HTC One. You can actually takes the pictures prior to you pulling out. So that's where I took the picture. He's on +0. Don't know why it says +0. I think it's plus and minus, is it? Yeah, plus and minus. And you can go to -3, -4, -5, -6, all the way down to -30. And if you think that's your picture, click your little tick, and that's your actual picture it's going to save. So if I pop up to there, that's the picture it's actually saved. I think that's a very cool feature, and I'm glad Sony have decided to include that in there. But I like the way it takes it as well. So again, I'll see if I can show you that one again. We'll show you something a little bit different this time. So as an example, I've got a little case here that I've got the HTC One. So once again, I'm going to actually keep it there. I'm going to get ready to take the picture. I'm going to use the on-screen button, but I'm going to take it away before I take the picture. So ready? So I'm going to take it away, take the picture, and again, I actually took the picture after it moved away, but the way it takes it actually starts taking the image before you press the shutter. So I can jump back into it and go, right, that's the one I want. I like that one. Save it. Go up to the top, and boom, that's the one I've got. I love that feature. That is just one of the biggest selling features of these kind of phones to me. All phones should come with something like that. And again, that's the time burst feature. Now you also get your picture effect. All this kind of is just giving you different kind of effects on the fly, so you kind of choose which one you want. So you can make it more vivid, nostalgic, is it miniature, fisheye, filter, partial colour, Harris shutter, kaleidoscope and sketch. So again, nothing really revolutionary here, but it's a very nice on the fly kind of pictures. So again, if we just bring the HTC One in, if I want to take a picture of it, there we go. So if I pop back into that one, you actually see the actual image itself. And again, I think it's a very cool feature, and I'm actually glad that Sony have included them kind of features in here. The next one we're going to show you is the sweep panorama. Now this is hard to try and show you, obviously on camera, but all you basically do is you kind of like move it around, and it takes the whole image. So it tells you if you're going out of focus, not out of focus, if you're kind of going out of the frame. So you need to keep it at one level and go all the way around. So again, I'm not going to be able to show in this video, but you kind of know what panorama is, let's be honest with you. your AR effect, and leave that till last. Right, so the one I'm going to show you is called Info-eye. Now, this is a bit of a hit or miss one. I have already tried to show this one on camera, and it didn't really work perfect. So I've got my Google Nexus 7 case here. So what I'm going to do is you load it up. So you'll load up your Info-eye, and then you kind of try and show you this way. So what you'll do with it is you actually draw whereabouts you want it to kind of view it. So I'm thinking, right, that's the best place. So now I'll say, right, take a picture. So it takes the picture. It then analyzes the picture, and it's going to see what you can actually kind of find, whether it's a text, whether it's a barcode, whether it's kind of like a statue. But again, it's not really working at the moment, so I don't know if it's regards to what I'm trying to take pictures of. I have tried a couple of things, such as like they've done wine bottles. I tried a Coca-Cola can, well, a Pepsi Max can, should I say, and it still didn't recognise it. So I don't know if it's a feature that's just not working on mine. We're trying to do it with the HTC One as well. So again. So all you need to do is basically have it like that, and then you draw exactly what you want it to kind of be looking at, and go, right, I want you to take a picture of that. So it takes the picture, and then what you should do is trying to read the text. And again, I've not got it to work properly again, so it can't recognise that object either. What it's supposed to do is actually find things, or like kind of read the HTC and tell you about HTC, read the Beats audio and tell you about Beats audio, and kind of like give you local kind of things as well. So if I take a picture of a bottle of wine, it should tell me where the local places I can go buy that bottle of wine. As an example, again, I've not been able to get it to work in anything I've tried. I've tried multiple times, so maybe it's just me. It is quite possible. So the last one is Social Live, which again, that's the one I'm not really going to show in today's video. That's why you can live stream to people on Facebook, which I think is a very cool feature. And the last but certainly not least is the AR effect. Now this one, it is a bit hit and miss at times. You've kind of got to get a decent kind of location. So I'm going to hopefully show you kind of there, and I'll take a picture and I can show you properly. Now you get different options. My favourite one is the dinosaur, so I'm just going to tap the dinosaur. You see on the screen it tries to kind of find like things where things can go. Again, it's not really looking to do that, so if I click reset, it's looking for locations as to where it can put things, and then boom, it's actually kind of found it now. So I'm just going to take a picture of that. So if I go into it, boom, it's actually added like a Tyson, a T-Rex, a volcano, it's added some kind of shrubs, etc., along with my Nexus 7 box and a couple of speaking cases, and also my little tripod that's got my Canon EOS M on at the moment. I think it's very cool. Again, it is a bit hit and miss now and again, but when it does work, it does look absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to the AR, tap on your dinosaur, we'll try and do one. I know what I'll do. If I do the funky disco one, now if I switch the camera around, it'll actually try and read my face, and then, well, hey, hopefully that's coming off on camera for you. And if I want to take the picture, if I now tap into it, well, hey, it's now taking a picture. Yeah, don't judge. But yeah, some of them do require actually, kind of a face in the actual picture for it to work properly. Another one of those ones would be the masquerade one. So again, bring it to me. It's like, boom, it's found me. Take a picture. Have a look at the picture. Yeah, I don't know. Don't judge. And that's it, people. This has been a long ass video. I am sorry I've taken so long. Probably taken about, what, 40 minutes of your time? But that is the full camera tour of the Sony Xperia Z1. Going from top to bottom, showing all the features inside and out. If you've got any questions, as always, leave those comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, then please do hit that thumbs up. It is very much appreciated. And it's a bit of a long one, so I appreciate it even a little bit more. Anyway, people, thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in my next one. Cheers, everyone. Subscribe. It's free.